to a disappointing 2-5 start this season, and an article in USA Today attempted to assign the blame in Cleveland. The front office was given the most blame with 30%, followed by Freddie Kitchens with 25%. Cleveland's schedule and Baker Mayfield were each given 15% of the blame, while preseason expectations earned 10%. And the offensive line got 5% of that blame. So, Shannon, who do you think deserves the majority of the blame?
I think Freddie K, Skip, deserves the lion's share of the blame because I believe he's in over his head.
Yep.
I mean, you take a guy that's never called plays before in his life. He was a running back coach, and you anoint him. And I'm surprised.
He called plays the back half of last year for the first time in his career.
Skip, and what makes this so amazing that this happened is that the expectations that were placed on this team. Normally, if you got a team that you say, you know what, I think we're ready to contend, you go get a proven commodity. You don't go get an unknown for a team that you believe is going to be there to contend. So I'm gonna give, you know what, Skip? I'm gonna assess 33% blame to Freddie.
33.
33.
Okay.
I'm gonna give 23 to Baker. Skip, he's been abysmal. He's not tied Jameis Winston for the most interceptions in the NFL with 12. The difference is between him and Jameis. Jameis has 14 touchdowns. Baker has 6.
Nice.
No, normally, Skip, you want that to be the other way around. You want 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, not interception to touchdown ratio. Skip, he's been terrible. And I think the thing is what has happened to us, and it happened to me, is that you look at what he did his rookie year. He threw more touchdowns than any rookie had ever thrown before. And we've had some great rookies. Russell Wilson comes to mind, Andrew Luck, RG3 had a tremendous rookie season, Peyton Manning, and he threw more touchdowns than all of them.
He did.
And you're like, man, Baker take that next step, yada, yada, yada. He got his guy, Freddie K. He loved him, called him plays, put him in the best situations, and it didn't happen. And then again, Skip, what I always tell you, the number one killers of careers is expectations.
Yep.
Because what had happened, we saw the guys that left Pittsburgh, A.B., Le'Veon, and we're like, there got to be some comeback. There got to be some slippage. There's no way you can lose those caliber players and ascend. Now, I get it. Sometimes it's an addition by subtraction. But I'm like, I don't know. And then you're like, okay. And then Ben goes down early that. But we didn't know that, Skip. Okay. Cincinnati, we knew it's Cincinnati now. I don't think we thought they'd be 0-8, but we knew they were going to struggle this year.
Yikes.
Baltimore, the unknown. How good is the quarterback going to be? Now, we know he can run the football. He's one of the more dynamic runners in NFL history at the quarterback position. But is he going to be able to throw the ball? Now, the thing that we know for certain is that Baker, he can throw it. He's accurate. He takes care of the football.
Yep.
They traded for Odell. You pair him with Jarvis Landry, Higgins, Callaway, and Joker, who've gotten hurt. But, like, man, you trade for Olivier Vernon. You get Greedy Williams. You pair him with Denzel Ward. You look at Myles Garrett. You're like, okay, yeah. Skip, even if we didn't think they'd make a Super Bowl run, we thought they'd win the division, at least get a home. You win your division, you're going to get a home game.
Yep.
Okay. And boom. And here we are. Skip, I guess USA Today, Skip, what they did is that they blamed the front office for hiring Freddie K.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I can see them assessing blame to them. They hired because they gave Baker what he needed. You know, you go make a trade for Odell. Odell is a very good receiver. We thought he was one of the tops. Now, he hadn't played that way consistently and for whatever reasons, but this has been abysmal. I don't see how Freddie lasts past this season unless something drastically, and I mean drastically, turns around, Skip. But this has been a disaster. Freddie, Baker, expectations.
So, for the record, I did not love the Browns the way you did going into the season. And I will give you and them this. The back half of their schedule gets much easier, so they could still get it back together. So I'm not going to write them completely off.
Yeah.
If we have to assess blame for right here, right now, it is mind-blowing that they hired Freddie K. It's inconceivable, and I first guessed this, so I'm not just doing 20/20 hindsight. I said, this is preposterous. This guy has no resume. And all of a sudden, he's the head coach. I mean, at least Cliff Kingsbury had been the head coach at Texas Tech, so you knew how it felt to run the program, right?
And they give him, but Skip, Arizona's an upstart.
Yeah.
That was a team that you said, oh, they're going to contend, and you hire Cliff Kingsbury.
You give that guy this team and say, here, go.
Yes.
Do it. Go win the division. Go make a deep run in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
I got to give Baker some of the blame for Freddie K because I'm pretty sure he endorsed him like crazy.
Absolutely.
I think he went to Jimmy Haslam, the owner, and said, him.
Right.
I need him.
Right.
Because it's one thing to have a big brother calling your plays as the coordinator. It's another thing if you strap him with all the responsibilities of trying to run the football team.
When we leaving, where we staying, practice schedule. I need to hire staff.
Handling the media, which is harder and harder, and he gets more and more defensive by the game.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and then the bigger picture is somebody had to sign off on let's go get Odell. Was it Dorsey? Did it go all the way up to Haslam?
Oh, you make a move like this, it's going all the way to the top.
Okay. It's just, it was a bad idea to start with. He makes way more money than he is worth to me. And by the way, on Sunday, I'm watching Gilmore, Stephon Gilmore just took him all over the field. I'm pretty sure he was single on him most of the game.
Right.
And Odell did not look that explosive to me. I don't know. I didn't see him separate, but that guy is really, really good.
Right.
Because that corner, Stephon, he's big and he's physical and he is a shrewd operator.
Yeah, and that's the thing what Coach Belichick says, be physical, put hands on them. They're not going to throw a flag on every play.
No.
So they might get you one. Because remember, Skip, the drive that they got, they called 2 pass interference on that drive. But after that, it was nothing. So Coach Belichick's allowed them to beat him up. Plus, it was cold, it's wet, it's that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Skip, those are ideal conditions for a defense.
Okay, I got you. So when you look at the bigger picture of Odell, it was a bad idea to start with, but Odell in Cleveland is a worse idea because he's just not going to be happy.
He don't want to be happy. He doesn't want to
do this. It's not Odell. He's Big Apple. He's Manhattan. Give me New York, right? Give me Park Avenue
or L.A.
Yeah.
Because remember he wanted L.A. You know.
Or L.A.
Yeah.
So to me, Baker has crumbled trying to force the ball to Odell, and Odell after the game, maybe it was yesterday, said, we didn't exploit the single coverage on me enough. But Baker's staying back there. He's holding the ball longer and longer because he's trying to wait for Odell to get free.
Yeah.
And he loves Odell. They're close off the field. You can't keep forcing to him and have the continuity and the ball distribution he had last year.
Right.
It was fun to watch last year, but he's throwing to guys you never heard of. Rashard Higgins, Antonio Callaway. You're saying, who are these people? Well, it's working.
And Skip, you said when Baker came out, he had like the highest completion percentage in QBR. Baker Mayfield has the second worst completion percentage of any quarterback that started this year. Only Josh Rosen is worse. Josh Rosen got sent to the bench.
Okay. So now let's look at the other side of the ball, which we have not looked at one time all year on this show. The Cleveland Browns now rank 21st in yards allowed and 22nd in points allowed. And Pro Football ranks that defense 28th, the worst, we could say, in the league. That's terrible. Would Greg Williams would he be a little better with? Remember, and again, the corners have both been hurt for a while, but Denzel and Greedy, but they're really talented kids. They're kids. And Myles Garrett is obviously a big talent. And you added Olivier Vernon. And you would think that, and you love the Schobert. Yeah, okay. And I do. I love him too. Okay, that's better than that.
Skip, I think the thing is, and I'm going to try to defend the defense a little bit, Skip. I think their defense is good, not great. But what you can't do is put them in harm's way. When you turn the ball over like Baker, when you fumble the football like what we've seen from Chubb and some of these running backs, Skip, that defense is not good enough to overcome that. We've seen the Patriots sometimes when, Tom gets, the scoop and score, there's nothing you can do about a scoop and score. But I'm saying, Skip, you give it, Baker threw that interception, Skip, and put him on the 11-yard line. I mean, at worst case scenario, they're going to get points. And just think about all the field goals. I mean, when Freddie pulled his move, Skip, Sunday, on 4th and 11, he's going to punt the ball. They get a false start. They get 4th and 16, and he brings the offense back on the field. Skip, if you're going to go for it, you didn't want to give up. Why the hell did you even bring the punt team on?
Which brings me back to Baker Mayfield. I'm going to say it again. I read that he and his wife, 20 commercials just for Progressive, and there are all kinds of versions of his house, which is the stadium, obviously. I feel like every other commercial that I watch is a Baker commercial, right? He's cleaning up his house, or he's going all the way back to get her a straw, right? Okay, it just goes on and on. You better be careful in this league. you're going to paint that target so big on your back.
I'm just trying to figure out, Skip. You know, where's that chip? You know, Baker say you know what I noticed? You know, they got that chip. Guy got a chip when they're winning. I don't see no chip when they're losing. Where's that chip? That moxie. You know, I love Baker Mayfield. I love my quarterback to show. Skip, where is it? But Freddie, this falls on you. Did you know, Skip, they lead the league in penalty and penalty yards? What is that?
Well,
that's head coaching.
And they're running away with
Yes!
by far.
Yes!
Yeah.
Freddie, I mean, but Caesar said the heavy money for MVP is coming in on who, Skip? Yeah. Baker Mayfield.
I know.
So he was the it kid.
Yeah.
Merchandise sale.
Hey, I'm like, I got me trumpet in the bandwagon. You got me, oh, yeah. Oh, shake it, bake. Freddie K, they going to do this thing.
Are you off now?
Man, them jokers, they'll pull the fast one on me, Skip. They got me.
They had one big game at Baltimore, and it was impressive.
Yes,
That's true.
yes.
That's true.
What? And that's it. The whole year. Yeah, they beat the Jets, but Baker didn't play particularly well in that game.
He did not.
And he didn't play, and he hasn't played well really since that Baltimore game, Skip.
Yeah. And by the way, speaking of Baltimore, you made mention of. We don't know if that quarterback can throw well enough to take them to the promised land.
Right.
Well, Sunday night, we'll start finding out, won't we?
Yeah, because I don't believe Coach Belichick going to let him beat
Here comes New England to Baltimore.
Yes.
So let's see if he can throw it, because he's going to have to throw it to beat this defense.
Yeah, but Skip, I don't know if I run a whole lot of zero blitz. You run zero blitz like this kid, and if that kid breaks the line of scrimmage,
I know, okay.
You gonna see that situation like that wide receiver.
He'll do that.
I don't think. I'm going to force him to throw the ball in the tight windows.
Yeah, and I think he's going to see coverages he's never even dreamed of seeing. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, all
Here
right.
we go.
Looking forward to it.
But I'm not writing the Browns off. I want to make it clear.
Really?
They could make a little run in that division.
Right.
They could make a run.
So if they make the playoffs, Freddie K keeps his job?
Well, yeah, if they make the playoffs. It's just going to be hard to believe they're going to get that far. But
well,
maybe.
You know, they do face the Broncos next. So if they can get back on track against anyone,
they can beat the
sorry,
Broncos.
Shannon, this is the team.
Well, no Joe Flacco.
We got Brandon Allen. He's never thrown a pass in the NFL. That's your guy at QB, which is a tough situation for you. I don't even know if you have anything to say there.
No. Good luck, Bronco fans. Hang in there. We trying.
Thank you for that. On that note, we're going to move on to the World Series. Last Sunday.